Hello, good morning, and welcome to Artificial Intelligence and Authentic Interaction. I'm Jeffrey Hinton, and today we're going to talk about AI and how it affects big companies, such as Amazon and McDonald's. Today here we have Andy Jassy over here, CEO of Amazon, and Chris Kemsetsky from McDonald's. Today we're going to just talk about how AI affects their daily lives as CEOs and their companies throughout throughout COVID and also throughout other periods. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I go ahead and start. I'm Andy Jassy, CEO of Amazon. I previously led Amazon Web Services due to my background in business and technology. I graduated from Harvard with both undergrad and master's degrees. I have been CEO from 2015 up until now, coming up on 10 years.
Okay, thank you, Andy. And now the CEO, Chris Kemsetsky from McDonald's.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. My name is Chris Kemsetsky, and first of all, I would just like to thank Jeffrey very much for getting this opportunity to talk about artificial intelligence and talking about my company at McDonald's and how it has helped us out. And Andy, I've actually never met you before, so nice to meet you. Wonderful to meet someone from Amazon. And personally, I've been the CEO of McDonald's from 2019. And I got my business degree at Duke, and then later on I got a master's degree at Harvard University. So that's a little bit about myself.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for being here, guys. It is a pleasure to have you here. We can get started with our first question, which is, how did AI affect positively both of your companies? Chris, I'm going to start with you.
You sure you want to start with me?
Yeah, man, I'm sure.
We use artificial intelligence in many aspects here at McDonald's. First of all, for ordering and our ordering system in the stores as well. So as the kiosk, there is like artificial intelligence used, and in the app as well, the McDonald's app, we use artificial intelligence in order to get personalization for every single customer that uses it, in order to get them the best customer experience at McDonald's. But it's also being used in order to hire certain people at McDonald's, which is called Mac Hire. And it's kind of like a artificial intelligence system where we get the new hires information, and then we track what their values are and what their skills are. And then they'll have a meeting with our managers in order for the managers to get perfect information on them, which just takes a lot of time off of them, which is nice. Basically, how I like to explain it, it's kind of like the appetizer before getting the main course. Like the Mac Hire is like an appetizer, like the chicken McNugget, and then once we hire the people, it's like a Big Mac, so we get the real deal. And that's what we're looking for in McDonald's, to get the best employees ever, and artificial intelligence is just very useful for that. Then furthermore, we use it in order to seek out market trends and kind of use those market trends, how AI tracks all the data that is used from the apps and from our facilities, in order to use that data to get product development, to see what kind of products people like, and based on those products we will make certain ads and just make a marketing strategy based off of that data from our artificial intelligence systems. Yep.
Looks like McDonald's have it all figured out with AI, and me myself being the godfather of AI, it looks like you guys are really using the artificial intelligence in the best way. What about you, Andy?
In a positive sense, Amazon is actually a multifaceted company. We specialize in online retail, we have a streaming service, and we offer many products, just to name a few. Initially, it is a lot easier for AI to personalize ads, customer service, and so forth for a positive experience towards our customers. Secondly, there is a web search service that actually allows other companies to tune in and make a collaborative effort to combine with Amazon in different aspects. So, shipping, exporting, importing, and so forth, and able to, personalize those collaborations, feeding off that last point. The product development is the third aspect that I'd like to touch on, because it actually allows companies, like I said, and individuals to use the AI to personalize each and every process, every view, every contact made through our website, whether it's the products, the streaming service,
or collaborations. Finally, it actually has allowed our industry to bloom. Each and every service, it allows conversations to be made a lot easier, allows information to be transferred a lot quicker, because that also allows workers to be free. This is an online source that people can use anytime of day, 24/7.
Great, thank you for answering both. Now, we talked about how it is affected positively, but I also want to know, how does it is negatively affect? When companies so big, such as, for example, Amazon, McDonald's, in two different industries.
Yeah, of course. AI has its positives, but unluckily for our company, it also had a lot of negatives. Maybe you've already heard about this, but we try to implement our artificial intelligence systems with the drive-through system in order to use AI to get orders and basically make it all automatic without using any employees, to make it just way more efficient. However, the AI system that we used didn't properly work, and therefore the orders would get mixed up. There would be a lot of confusion with the customers, and therefore just the overall customer experience was not good at all. And we had to shut that down after a while. And now we're back with our previous drive-through system, but yeah, artificial intelligence definitely was a negative about that.
It's pretty good that you answer that way, because, as again, we can see positive about it, but we can also see negatives. How about you, Andy? What does Amazon have to do with this?
So a big concern of ours with the negative impact of AI is within the workplace itself. Amazon warehouses, employees being laid off because of AI actually coming into play. During COVID, we had an all-time high of people coming in, people working for these departments, and being able to ship out all of the customer's needs, wants, and so forth. But with the now inclusion of AI, we don't need people working assembly lines. We don't need people driving and shipping this out, because it can all be done by AI. And it's slowly taken over. It's taken job opportunities. We have to lay a lot of people off. That's the main concern. The second is the database privacy. A lot of people are, what should I say, I'm scared, because they think that AI one day will come to be something more, like we are talking about now, that may negatively affect our environment. So with all the stuff like your make hire, where for us it's the same thing, we're having a lot of security concerns on that note. And then finally, there's a lot of biases with AI. We're talking about the negative and positive effects, which obviously with Amazon, we have a lot of biases towards it working, because of the fact that we're able to lay people off, and it's making our jobs easier, and we don't have to pay people as much because of the laid off workers. But then it's also negative biases for those who are working, for those who are getting their jobs taken, and so forth.
Thank you for answering. Yeah, it seems like there's quite some negatives about AI, if I may say so, but going off what you said about fear, right? Fear of not being able to get jobs, or for example, get jobs at McDonald's or Amazon. My next question is, how do you see your company introducing more AI, more technology to develop more artificial intelligence throughout the future?
Yeah, definitely in the future we would like to implement a lot more artificial intelligence, but I think it's still artificial intelligence still needs to improve a lot in order to get it more working in our business environment. But if it has improved, we would like to reintroduce our drive-through system without any errors whatsoever. Then secondly, I think it would definitely optimize our operations, such as using AI data for scheduling when people need to clock in, when people need to clock out. Then furthermore, it's also very helpful for inventory checks in order to see what comes into the company, and all this stuff can be easily arranged through artificial intelligence, and that just takes a lot of time off the manager's hands and just makes their job a lot more easier, so they can focus on other stuff. And lastly, also to predicting malfunctions in order to get data fast. So Take for example an ice cream machine. If we use artificial intelligence to get data on that ice cream machine, and we can predict the malfunctions of it and get it fixed right away rather than waiting for the malfunction to happen. And that just makes production and working a lot more efficiently. So in the future, for sure, artificial intelligence is the way to go.
Thank you for answering. Yeah, I heard about the ice cream machine problems, and hopefully you guys solved that one. Andy, how about you?
So we're definitely looking to extend our use of AI in the future. Our algorithms are not just for enhancing our customer services and their shopping experience. It's also to help with our inventory checks, our management, and also along the lines of pricing and our personal advertisements that we're putting out. And as Chris said, it's not trustworthy enough right now, but we'll think it'll be a hell of a lot more reliable in the future. Amazon's integration of AI also extends into the logistics sector, the supply chain sector, and our automate processes, overall reducing costs and improving our delivery speeds.
So guys, as the godfather of AI, I would be very interested in seeing two companies such as Amazon and McDonald's work together. Since I've been in this sector for 50 years trying to promote AI, I would love to see you guys collaborating one day. What do you guys think about it?
Alright, I got this one. So with the implementation of Amazon Fresh, our online food delivery service that
It has a lot healthier options than. We actually think that it would be a lot better if we continue down our road and let them figure out their own way with their kiosks and their online ordering service and in-person drive-thrus. With all due respect, your competitors, KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, have been using voice AI and implementing their kiosks work, all their online orders, and have actually processed over 2 million orders
in the third quarter in over 300 stores in the US. What is your response to that?
Well, Andy, basically we at McDonald's prioritize a more human connection, like face-to-face connection with our customers. And we think that that emotional connection is like very important to have in a business rather than people that hide behind a screen.
Okay guys, and to conclude this podcast, I want to thank you guys for being here. I hope that didn't create anything that any fire started, or that I hope that there's going to be a lovely relationship in small words. And for you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us this week, and I'll see you again next week with two new CEOs, which I'll let you wonder who they are. This is Artificial Intelligence and Authentic Interactions. I'm Jeffrey Hinton, and it was a pleasure to have you here today.
Hello and good morning, fellow artificial.
One.
I'm Chris Kamzanski, and why did this? Excited to talk about.
Yeah, man, I'm sure.
Let's go after it. Basically,
Just start
You
from
sure you want to start with me?
the chicken McNugget is like the Mac hire, and then
You was fine.
using artificial.
I didn't laugh.
You were like, what's the plan?
Yeah, you gotta write some shit on board.
Okay.
See, like, if we pick, like, how it positively affects your
Do we have to do 5 questions? Like,
No.
No.
Even further into optimizing our inventory management.
That is crazy. My bad.
sorry, Chris, I'm gonna go with you.
Yes. I didn't understand what the heck you were saying.
It will definitely be
Introduce more.
Massively impacted all these sectors, but as
Chris.
God. How did you say something? I don't know what to say.
He was like, shut up, and the guy was even
No,
talking.
Three.
And it was was a pleasure to have you here today. Have a rest and good luck.